So there's this thing we've been discussing in a class of mine, talking about how people are so focused on labels and identity, and how, when you're asked who you are, you say your name, you say what you do, you say your gender, you say things like that. And I just think it's a topic that's like really important to just the world in general and how we see people, and how, if you really think about it, if we didn't have these segments of like who is who, and if we didn't have like, oh, this man is a man, he's a doctor, his name is Philip, and he is straight, and he's a hunter and a fisher and a clown, and he's funny. Anyways, get what I mean. There's a lot of labels to be putting people under. But anyways, if we didn't have this, you are man, you have a name, and you go by only that name, and you do your job, and that is who you are, blah 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 blah. It just, it would make our world so much more interesting, because aren't we just fluid creatures? Aren't we just fluid? I mean, we change jobs. We can potentially change our names. We could change our gender if we wanted to, or maybe our gender doesn't even really matter. Maybe it doesn't matter that I have a womanhood down under. Maybe I got a large dong. You don't know. And what's really that important about it, anyways? Because for all you know, I'm a lesbian and I want to go bang chicks, so you really don't have a shot with me, anyways. Or vice versa. Maybe I'm straighter than an arrow and you don't have a shot with me. Why does that matter? Why does it matter whether or not you have a shot with me? And why does that piss people off too? Like, oh my god, you're a lesbian, or oh my god, what? You're transvestite? That's disgusting. What if gender didn't matter? What if it didn't just, what if nobody cared? And nobody cared what your name was. Okay, this is getting a little angry. Nobody cared anything about that. Like, if we didn't care about labeling and we just cared about the person, like who you are. And who are you without your labels? Who are you? You know? What are you, really? Obviously you're human, but that's, aside from that, I feel like people should be labeled, not even labeled, just based off their personality, and like not what they do, but how they do it. So, so that we don't have to bash people for, oh, well, he's a garbage man, so he really didn't do a lot with his life. Well, okay, but what if he's like genius and he's like a really great dad, and not even he, what if it? We're gonna say it. It is very good and very happy and very awesome. It. Yes. I. I. I am awesome. Yep. That's all you need to know. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. I was hoping to get other responses on that topic, but I'm not sure. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that really pans out, and I don't really have a question for you. I just think it's a curious subject to think about, to discuss. That is all. Goodbye. I thought of a more convenient way to word that question. I kind of, not really. Um, but what if just every label was taken away? What if your sexuality didn't matter and your gender didn't matter? Your name had no influence over anything. And, being an emo kid or a fat kid or a prep. What if these labels just didn't exist? What if we were just blank pieces of paper and all that was to us was just our values and how we view things? And rather than calling ourselves Democrats or Republicans or socialists or capitalists, what if each person was an individual? Each person was just totally individually labeled based upon themselves, what would the world look like? Would we just all be the same then? I mean, how exactly? I mean, it's just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Okay, done.